Welcome to another week with us, and it is never a dull moment here on the farm. I woke up with loads of things on my to-do list. Luke went out for the day to help Nick, and instead of tackling the number one on my list, I have to spend my morning looking for my pig. When I woke up this morning, I knew that Peppa was gone. As soon as I walked out the front gate, I saw a piggy poo on the ground, and then I went to check and she was gone. And now I'm on the morning walk with Molly, and we found her in our neighbour's garden. Peppa! You like the acorns of the neighbour, naughty girl. We found Peppa. We found Peppa. We have acorns, but the neighbour's ones are like super-sized ones. They're beautiful. And apparently even more delicious. And Alfie right now is at home losing his mind because he's missing her. Every time she breaks out, the boys they always stay there. Peppa, you're soon full, right? Because I have to give everyone breakfast now. And we have to go home. Wow! Come on, Peppa. It's for Peppa, special. Peppa. Good girl. Go. Come on. Yes, Peppa. Yes, Peppa. Ah. Oh no. What is he even trying to do though? Lift her up. Okay, calm down. Okay, let's put another 5 and then that's it for this morning. Then you can have breakfast. Oh my goodness. Peppa's exhausted. Leave her alone. No, Eddie's hungry. He wants to eat me instead. Soon ready, Eddie. Don't bite my finger, Eddie. Don't bite my finger, Eddie.
I'm one happy puppy. My digger's working. We finished last week's video of me having to take a metal hose, hydraulic hose, to the Beira Hydraulica in Castelo Branco to get it soldered. And I also put on the covers. I've changed it, put on the covers so they can't get damaged like the last time. Now, as I said last week, I do have a hydraulic leak from the swivel joint, but it only leaks when the cabin is at 7 o'clock. So this is 12 obviously facing front, so in that back right corner. So all I have to do, yesterday I tried it out, and as long as I don't go to that 7 o'clock point, I'm good. So I can work around it. Instead of locking the pin and locking the cabin and everything, I might as well just leave it as it is and just not go to that 7 o'clock point. All right, I'm going to grease my nipples. Well, grease Constance's nipples. Make sure the levels are good, oil, water, hydraulic oil, diesel, and work on the roads today. My visiting friends will be happy, as will we, and my car. So let's get greasing nipples. 1. Lots of nipples to grease. Okay, that's all my nipples greased. Now fluids. Okay. Oil and water next. There's my beautiful baby. That's working. I have a new engine. I have a new engine. We love you, Nick. I'm so happy. It's on low. I'll put some more in. Oil. Okay, that should do. I am a man with constant sorrows. She gives me trouble every day. Yes, I have a bad voice, but I'm happy with Constance. I'm a happy fool. It's better. Nearly full. I have to buy some more oil. Okay, let's get going. Ding! Okay, so I did the road, not the way I would have liked, but at least I did the bare minimum. The first couple of hours, no worries at all. It only leaked hydraulic oil from when the cabin was at 7 o'clock. So I avoided that. Now, if you don't touch any of the controls and you just move forward, slowly, the sluice starts moving to wherever the weight is pulling it, wherever the weight is pulling the bucket. So it kind of starts going that way, and I kept pulling it back. But then after a couple of hours, it started leaking even with quarter turns, half turns. So I'm definitely going to try and lock the sluice. There should be a place to put a pin in here. I'm going to take the seat holder thing off and see if I can find the right place to put it and measure it, and hopefully buy a pin and then disconnect the controls for it to move like that. Now I still have this offset, so this arm can move 180 degrees. So I still have that, you know. I don't have, it's not 100% obviously because it's so worn out, and it would cost way too much to fix the sluice, I'm pretty sure. So I'm not even going to go there. With 180, I think I'm fine. I'm going to try and not take the swivel joint out and just lock it and remove the controls and see if I get any leaks just from the rocking movement. Hopefully not. Because if I'm ever stuck in a position where I need to go back, at least I could unlock it, connect it, and sacrifice some oil. Maybe put a bucket attached to the bottom underneath to catch it. But at least I'll still be able to use it if I really need to. We'll see. Let's try and find this pinhole. Apart from the hydraulic oil, the engine worked beautifully the whole time. I mean, it took me a while to go up, maybe 3 or 4 hours. And then I noticed that I was spewing hydraulic oil, so I pretty much moonwalked my way down really quick, just so I don't lose a lot of oil, because it's really expensive. It's like 90 euros for 20 liters. It's always never full. It's always never full. It's never full. I would have liked to have dug out some more canals and put in a few more berms, but I think it was going to cost me too much money in losing hydraulic oil, so I just came down real quick, and we're going to try and see if we can lock it. Probably 10, 13. Just going to take the bottom of the seat off so I can have a better view. Yes. I'll show you where the pin is supposed to go, I think, but it's either full of gunk, I don't know. Have a look. There it is. So this is attached to the top half of the digger, and then in there it's got something in it, I think, or maybe a broken off pin. I've got some very old crappy wood chisels. Try and dig some out. I just managed to poke a screwdriver in and it fell. I heard it plop at the bottom, so it's just a bunch of dirt and grease and oil since 1980 whatever. So I'm gonna try and clean it out a bit more. I'm pushing it all down now. Really get all the muck. I see a hole. So I have this piece of scrap metal pipe. I would say it's about maybe 5 mil thick. So I don't think it's strong enough to be the pin. I guess I could buy one. I think they're about 30 euros. Unless, I wonder if I put a piece of rebar, make a tiny bit of concrete, at least it'll be solid. I'm gonna do it. maybe it's a stupid thing to do. We'll see. Save myself €30. I think I have got everything I need. 2 parts cement, 2 parts sand, 4 parts of gravel. I'll try and choose them small ones. Small stones, small stones. And 4. Alright, let's mix it up. Smallest amount of concrete I've ever made in my life. Let's see if this is just a complete waste of time. I hope it's not too big still, the gravel to go in. We'll see. Stuff the bottom bit with some paper so it doesn't drip out. A bit more wet stuff in there. Alright, well it's definitely solid now. Might help, might not. I'll just leave this hit for 24 hours. That'll be fine. Alrighty, as soon as that dries, I'll try it out. Take off this so I can't move it anymore and test it out.
Be careful, both of you. No, Molly, come, let's go this way. Good girl. That's too dangerous. boy. Look at this, okay? Acorns! Acorns, come! I give them about 6 containers a day, which is a lot of acorn picking. I'll be happy when I don't have to do that anymore. It is one of their last days with us, so you won't be seeing them in next week's video. Hey guys, it's bittersweet. I loved every second with these guys. They taught me a lot. It's going to be sad to see them go, but they are costing us so much money that we can't afford. Right now we're spending more on them than on us, and yeah, it has to change. So this is bye-bye babies. They've been very sweet. It's been an amazing experience having them here. I love spoon feeding them. I'm gonna miss that. I want to share with you what happened to Molly this week, because she's been under a lot of stress because of some fireworks. It's never happened to us before, and I thought if I share it with as many people as I can, maybe you'll have any suggestions will help, because I don't like seeing her like this. She's like she became a different dog. Yes, I thought it was over and she was acting pretty normal during the day, but at night her fear came on again, and she's just very, very scared. So we were on a walk and she got really, really frightened by 3 bangs, loud bangs, fireworks that happened really almost above our heads. And she didn't stop as usual. Normally if something gives her fright, she looks at me and then I comfort her. But all she did was leg it home. And while she was running home, there were another 3 big bangs right on top of her head. So I think that shook her even more. I didn't know that she came home because she didn't know what to do with herself. She ran to Luke, she couldn't explain to him. And then I arrived home, she ran up to me and she didn't know what to do with herself. Still, she was just running around my legs. She didn't let me walk. She wanted to keep jumping up in my arms. And then she didn't settle all night. She was a mess, shaking, shivering. Her feet were freezing. Her heart was thumping all night. And yeah, I couldn't calm her down. She was too nervous, too anxious to eat. And then I just stayed massaging her and relaxing her till she fell asleep on the bed. But then I thought she would be okay the next day, just because she had a good night's sleep and she relaxed a little bit, woke up for a midnight snack because she was starving. But she wasn't. She's very, very scared of everything now. And during the day she is getting better, but at night she seems to get this fear back again. So if anyone has any ideas, please let me know. When she was going through the really hard time the first day and she wanted to be picked up, because I can't pick her up, she's too heavy, I went down on all 4s because I know she jumps on my back, and I thought that would comfort her, and it did. It's okay, princess. I don't. No jumping on me. No jumping. You're scared still. No. Come. No. Come. Okay. It's okay. I know you're scared. You want to come on the back? Okay, come. Okay, you're safe there. Okay. Molly. And now she made it a habit. Every time she's feeling nervous and she's trying to jump on me, all I tell her is, you want to go on my back? And she waits and she jumps on my back and she sits there till she relaxes. She doesn't move. She sits on my back and just looks around till I make her get off. Where's Molly? What's this on the floor? Come and see. Hey, Molly. You gonna stay? I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move, Molly. Hey, come down. Calm down, pretty girl. Okay. 1, 2, 3. She does not want to get off my back now. That's just sitting there. The only place she feels safe is on me, near me. She hasn't left my side. Molly, you want to get down, Poopa, so we can go walkies? No? It is very cute, but obviously she's going through a hard time and I'd like that to stop. And Luke and I were talking today, and he just reminded me, when she was younger, this is what she used to do. When I went to Malta about 3 years ago now, and she was missing me and she was feeling sad. She was spending a lot of time on Luke's back. As soon as he bends down to do something, she was sitting up there. And when she was younger than that, and when we had first got the chickens and the roosters used to pick on her, she used to jump on my back too. So she's always done it. I just forgot that she used to do it for that reason. But now it came obviously back when Luke mentioned it. Well, she's just so sweet, and I don't want her to go through a hard time. And I know Christmas is coming up, and I know there's going to be fireworks, and there's going to be loud noises. And the funny thing is that the hunters around us who come every Sunday and Thursday, they don't annoy her. And fireworks have never annoyed her before. This is a new thing. But they were pretty close. They were right on top of us. They were really loud, and we could see them, like 3 puffs of smoke every time. And I think that terrified her. I think she felt like she was being hunted, especially when she was running down alone. So hopefully I can prepare her for Christmas. And talking about Christmas, every Christmas we receive quite a few really nice gifts from you guys. So we have set up an Amazon wish list for things we really need right now. And we also added to this wish list walkie-talkies, because right now we can't contact Sabrina because her walkie-talkie broke and we don't have the funds to replace it just yet. So we put it on there just in case. So thank you so much in advance if you choose to send us something from there. The wild boar are no longer with us and I miss them like crazy. The highlight of my day used to be spoon feeding them. I just loved watching them and hearing them and watching them sit. But I have replaced the highlight of my day with another of my pleasures, which I haven't had time for much these last couple of months, which is making pictures with leaves. These petals are from the beautiful sunflower I had in the garden this summer. And I made sure that I picked them off before they started falling on the ground, because a lot of the time I want to pick them and press them, but it's too late. After they've fallen on the ground and they get grubby and torn, they're not as beautiful. I'm very happy I took them before that. And I'm taking them out now because I'm going to make a leaf picture, but also behind me there's a blueberry plant and the leaves are turning red and falling off. And I want them before they fall on the ground. And I like picking them when they're red, not green, because it's a really nice colour. I think I have a few in here from last year. These are them. Last year's blueberry bush. Now, when I pick my leaves, I always pick them during middle of the day when the sun's been shining on them and the leaves are nice and dry, because if I dry them, if I put them in the leaf press when they're a little bit damp, they will go moldy. Since I touched them, they're just falling off. Now I will put this somewhere that isn't damp for the next 6 weeks, and I step on it and tighten it every single day until I can't tighten it anymore. And then once I can't tighten it anymore, I usually leave it for about 6 weeks before I take the leaves out again, just to make sure they're really nice, dry and pressed. Now I'm going to go and set up to make a leaf picture, because Molly soon has her vet appointment and they are just amazing. And inside the clinic it's really plain and cute, but they do have like these silhouettes of animals drawn on the wall, and I'd like to make a silhouette of a dog or a cat or both to see if they'd like to hang it on their wall. So I'm going to do that today.
Okay, it's been 24 hours. That concrete should be dry by now. All right, pretty solid. Let's take this cardboard out. I can feel it, so it's still here, to the bend. All right, I'm gonna put this pin in and maybe test it out. So I'll probably just go onto a bit of a side hill and put the boom and the arm, everything to one side, which would normally make it kind of start turning. And hopefully this will hold it. I don't know if it's a stupid idea still, but it seems pretty solid. It's the perfect circumference for it to fit, and now it's full of concrete and a piece of rebar. Twist. Get in there. Okay, it's in. I'll just put it under this so it doesn't bounce. We'll see how it goes. Right, I'm gonna put the bottom of the seat on because there's nowhere to sit, and start her up and see if she leaks now that she's locked. Yeah. Okay, that's the seat on, so I'm going to start her up and drive her on a bit of a slope to see if I go like that, if the cabin, normally it would kind of slowly edge towards gravity. So we'll see how it goes and see if there's any leaks. Here we go! Okay, so my pin held up. Doesn't look like it leaked, but if I have some time I might get the power wash and wash it all down from underneath just to make sure, wait for it to dry. So if there is a leak, at least I know for sure, because there's a lot of gunk down there now. All right, but my pin is holding up. I might buy one, maybe next month. And I also need to get more hydraulic oil because it's still on low, so we can't really afford it this month, but next month I'll buy some more hydraulic oil and do the road properly with the gutters and berms so I don't have to do it again.
That's Timmy. That's Timmy playing. Molly wants to go to the vet and give her the picture Mommy made. Now it's ready to take to the vet when we go and take Molly in about 2 weeks' time. And I am taking the advice of my lovely friend Carissa, who has lovely drawings, and she makes them as prints so it can go around more people. And I'm doing the same thing. I took a print of this and I'm putting it on some clothing, but I am also selling the prints so you can print them out and hang them on your wall. Let me know what you think, guys. I'm really happy with it. Luke really likes it too, and Molly doesn't care. So thank you for spending some time with us this week, and we'll see you in our next video.